guys, it's Alex, and this week I've done something different. I know I've been saying that a lot like the last few weeks it feels like, but instead of like including like the little recap in the review, I did a written recap on my Moviepilot account, which I will link to below. It's a pretty straightforward recap, just with my snarkiness inserted. A lot of talk about poop, but there was a lot of poop in this episode. Like, I feel like everybody was taking a crap. But anyway, there were a few main things I really want to address about the finale. Mostly in terms of how things were different from the books. Some changes I liked, some changes I didn't. I mean, it was a good finale. Like, every episode of the show is good, but I was underwhelmed and disappointed. Because, as I'm sure you know, if you watched the episode, my dream ending of Lady Stoneheart wasn't there. And I don't understand why. Like, okay, I get that Tyrion killing Tywin is a big deal, and it is a big deal. But it doesn't pack quite the same punch as a reanimated Catelyn Stark, Sorry, spoiler alert, I guess. Read the books, people. I mean, that would have been like, holy crap, the internet just died. But instead, it's just like, oh, happy Father's Day, Tywin. And I was disappointed in that. Like, honestly, because a friend and I had talked about this last week, before episode 9 aired, that we thought they would put off Tyrion killing Tywin until next season. Because they usually, start the season with something big, and we figured that's what would be the beginning of next season. And Lady Stoneheart, which is, the bigger, wallop at the end of the season. And I'm really, really bummed that it didn't happen that way. Like, seriously bummed. It was a good scene with Tyrion and Tywin, but I wish it would have gone more like it did in the book. Like in the book, before this, Jaime tells Tyrion that, his wife, his first wife, Tysha, Tysha, I'm bad about pronouncing these things sometimes, that he married when he was like 13 or 14. Like, he'd been told that she was a whore and it was all just a joke, on him. But Jaime reveals to him that she wasn't really a whore. And, after, they had, this joke had been played by Tywin, that she was a whore or whatever, like, he made the Lannister men, like, gang rape her, and Tyrion had to, like, have sex with her in front of everybody, too, and it's rough. I think he mentioned her in season 2, maybe season 1, but I think he mentioned her in season 2. But, the fact that all this was omitted makes me think that it's not really going to be important to the story. Which, I've seen a lot of things to suspect that maybe it was. Also, what is apparently not important to the story is Jojen. Because they killed him! Like, Jojen Reed is still alive in the books. He's not doing well, but he's alive. And I was so mad that they killed him. Like, I feel betrayed, almost. Because, like, the way they set it up in the books, it makes it seem like Jojen has a much larger purpose. Not necessarily like a huge like Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, Tyrion Lannister kind of purpose, but they make it seem like Jojen is there to be more than Bran's guide to the Weirwood Tree. And I feel betrayed that they just killed him like that. But either way, not happy about the sad demise of Jojen Reed. Not happy at all. I did, however, like that they had Arya meet Brienne, and that Brienne and the Hound fought, and she was the one who wounded him bad enough that, he felt like he was going to die, and Arya, was like, deuces, and she just left him to die. Spoiler alert, I don't think he's really dead. He could be, but I don't think he's really dead. I thought that was a fun way to change that up a little bit, to have it be Brienne. But, Brienne didn't run into them at all in the book. Brienne still has no clue that Arya's alive, and Arya's just like, I'm going to go off on my own. Screw all of you. Which I kind of respect, but at the same time, I'm still kind of like, probably should have gone with Brienne. Although considering, well, I'll keep the spoilerage to a minimum, I suppose. I've said enough for one day. I was very heartbroken, for Jon and Daenerys. Jon having to burn Ygritte's body, and, the little tears running down his little face, and Daenerys having to, essentially lock her children away. And she was crying, and they were crying, and everybody was so sad. There was a lot of heartbreak in this episode. But, overall, I am still, underwhelmed. Normally, the 9th episode of the season is the big one, what really packs a punch. And they were like, oh, well, this season, the 10th season's going to be awesome. It's going to be huge and epic, and it wasn't. I mean, it was longer, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I really feel like they missed an opportunity. I will be doing more videos throughout, the time between here and now. Like my predictions for the next season, things about different characters. Probably not going to be weekly, maybe weekly, probably not. I might do, some other entertainment kind of stuff. It's not necessarily Game of Thrones related. But, as always, you can find me on Twitter at the Alex B. Green like the color, because people always ask. I would assume it was green without an E before I would assume it was with an E, but there's no E. It's just like the color. Instagram at AlliePants06, Allie with an IE. Pants, like pants. My blog is Burgalicious. Long story. Burgalicious.blogspot.com. Yeah, so I'll be there. And again, my Moviepilot account will be linked below with the write-up I did last night of the recap of the episode, if you want to check that out. And I will see you later. Here's hoping that we can make it through the next, 10 months before the next season comes out. Best of luck. Bye.